Paul was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 8 months ago. And today, he's meeting a world-leading expert on the condition.
Hello, Paul.
Hello, Professor.
It's good to see
Professor
you.
Roy Taylor.
How's your journey?
Paul's always been told that his diabetes is incurable and that he would need a lifetime of medication to manage the condition. But Roy's research offers a new hope.
We've discovered the precise cause of type 2 diabetes. Fat is really gumming up the works. And if we can remove that, we can reverse diabetes.
Type 2 diabetes is a condition where your body struggles to control your blood sugar levels. This can lead to amputation, blindness, kidney failure, and heart disease. Roy's breakthrough is to discover that the condition is caused by a buildup of fat in two specific organs, the liver and pancreas.
Now take a breath in.
So he's putting Paul through an MRI scan to find out how much fat he has in those organs.
How are you feeling?
Did you know?
Are you? Just sit still. Take your time.
A color-coded scan reveals how much fat is inside Paul's liver.
But I want to show you.
To be healthy, it should be less than 5%. The red dots show the fat.
These brightly coloured dots show your liver fat to be over 10%. Now, that's over twice what it should be.
Too much fat in the liver can spread to cause bigger problems.
This fat doesn't just stay there. Part of what the liver does, normally, is to pass out fat to the rest of the body. And the one organ that'll take it up is your pancreas.
The pancreas produces insulin, the hormone that controls our blood sugar levels.
It's the fat in the pancreas that stops the insulin-producing cells doing their business, because they're crowded in by the fat. If we take away the fat, potentially, we can do something about it. We can reverse diabetes.
Paul's not worried about his health for his own sake. He wants to be healthy for his wife, too.
Blessed are those who are called to the supper of the Lamb.
I have a desire to live longer. Andrea, my wife, has multiple sclerosis, and it's not getting any easier for her. So, I need to be around to look after her.
In a recent trial using crash diets, Professor Taylor saw nearly half of the volunteers reverse their diabetes after a year. There's no way of knowing whether this will work for Paul, but to stand any chance, he needs to stick to the diet.
I'll have the strawberry cheesecake, please.
In my life, I've resisted many temptations, and hopefully, I'm determined enough to resist the temptation to cheat on this diet, because the only person I will be cheating is myself.
Paul is in Blackpool with his wife Andrea and their grandchildren, surrounded by the kind of tantalising treats which would test anyone's resolve.
Oh, that looks really tasty, that does. Oh, well, I'll have to pass it on. Have I been a bit grumpy? I have, haven't I? Have I been grumpy?
You've been a lot grumpy.
Yeah, be honest, I have, haven't I? So you've got your ice creams and I'm sucking my thumb.
Paul is reaching breaking point.
Yesterday, I did feel quite close to packing it in. I just felt I'd struggled enough. Really.
We were hungry, weren't we, and going for dinner?
We were hungry. And I want to look after these without being bad-tempered.
After just 4 weeks, Paul has hit Susan's 2-stone weight loss target. So he's returning to Newcastle to find out if that's helping with his diabetes.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, fine.
Now take a breath in.
He's having a second MRI to look at whether the condition of his liver and pancreas has improved. And Professor Taylor has the results.
Oh, good to see you.
To see you too.
Now, come and have a seat.
4 weeks ago, Paul's liver contained more than 10% fat. To get his liver back to normal, he needs to have cut that by half.
If we look here, yes, you can actually see a difference here. So the target's 5, and this is what we're seeing, 3.9.
Oh my goodness.
You've had a huge change in your liver. Your liver is a new organ.
In just 4 weeks, Paul has gone from having a liver in critical condition to it being healthy again. But that's only part of the story. Even more crucial is whether the level of fat in his pancreas has come down enough.
When we started off, the pancreas fat was 8.7. Now, we've gone down from 8.7 to 8.
0.7% doesn't seem a great deal.
That's because a pancreas is entirely different. It's meant to have some fat in there, and that fat's going to stay there.
It may not seem like much, but one of the biggest discoveries from Roy's research is that just a tiny reduction in fat in the pancreas can correct the cause of diabetes.
In all our studies over 8 weeks, people lose on average about 1%. And it's that 1% that allows the insulin-producing cells to wake up. Now, you're well on the way to that.
Paul's results are very encouraging, but he will only be certain if he's finally beaten this killer disease when he goes back to hospital for a full blood sugar test in a month's time. Paul was recently diagnosed with diabetes and is facing a lifetime on medication to cope with it. He's about to get the results of a blood sugar test, which will tell whether he's beaten his diabetes.
Right. Shall we have a look?
Please, I've been desperate to see him.
So this is the normal zone, this is the pre-diabetes zone, and red is diabetes. You're way short of the diabetes zone. Your diabetes has gone into remission.
Wow. It's worked.
It's worked. That's the main news of the day, and
It's all
we
good
can leave it
news.
there. It is good news. So
Oh, ready to share that now.
Paul once thought his diabetes was incurable, but he's now free from it. And if he keeps the weight off, he reduces the risk of it ever coming back.
I couldn't quite believe that the dream was going to carry on, and I thought, no, you're gonna be that person that doesn't benefit from it. But no, yeah,
You really have. You
Yeah.
really have.
I've done this for Andrea, so I'll be there for her. I don't want to see these grandchildren grow older, because they mean a lot to me.
Well done, Paul.
You're going to be a real inspiration to so many people.